Welcome to the Petronas Behavioral Safety Observation Training. This video is part of the Behavioral Safety Training as per the Petronas Technical Standards PTS 60.2111. The objective of this video is to explain and demonstrate the steps and process of behavioral safety observation. The purpose of behavioral safety observation is to identify unsafe behavior and provide positive feedback to change the behavior.
A message from Group HSC.
Welcome to the Petronas Behavioral Safety Training. This video is part of the behavioral safety training that you are attending now. The objectives of this behavioral safety training are, first of all, to reduce at-risk behaviors and reinforce safe behaviors at work. And number two, to increase employee participation and management involvement in safety. And finally, number three, to improve safety performance through inculcation of positive safety culture. The purpose of this video is to explain and demonstrate the behavioral safety observation process. This will reinforce what you have learned in the classroom and provide an opportunity to observe how actual behavioral safety observation is conducted. Hopefully, this video will assist you in understanding the concept and application of behavioral safety observation. And by participating actively in behavioral safety observation program after this training, you can play an active role in the reduction of at-risk behaviors at the workplace and bring about a positive change in the safety culture of your organization. Thank you.
There are 5 steps in the observation process. They are: notify, observe, act and discuss, agree, thank. Notify. Introduce yourself. Explain the purpose of observation. Ask observee to continue with the current work.
Observe. Safe behaviors, unsafe behaviors.
Act and discuss. Stop unsafe behaviors. Praise the safe behaviors. Ask observee why he does it. Discuss with observee and seek his input on safer method in doing the job, potential of injury, and other safety issues.
Agree. On importance of working safely, on safer method.
Thank the observee for his cooperation.
Let's look at an example.
Here, we will look at how the BS observation is done on a worker changing a pressure gauge. First, the observer greets the worker. Explain to the worker on the observation that is going to take place. The observer must also inform the worker that no names will be taken to prevent the worker from being nervous while doing the job. Upon agreement with the worker, the observer may begin observing the worker changing the gauge.
While the worker is doing the job, the observer should look for the do's and don'ts that may contribute to incidents.
You can also find the do's and don'ts for the observer in the training module.
The observer may add remarks in the observation form to further elaborate on the task observed. Once the worker has completed the job, the observer then goes back to the worker to discuss the things that had been done correctly and those that had been done wrongly.
The observer must explain the observations clearly to the worker so that the worker understands and will not repeat the same mistakes again. The observer then thanks the worker for his cooperation and proceeds to hand over the observation form to the BS office.
Let's look at another example. Observe the key points that are used in the conversation.
Assalamualaikum. Faizal lah Siapa ni? Rahim. Okey, saya sekarang ni tengah buat BS observation. Jadi jangan takutlah nama kita tak ambil. Program ni pun kita nak observe kita punya cara kerja kita setiap hari. Tengok selamat atau tidak. Okey Okey, boleh setuju saya observe awak? Boleh. Okey. Boleh proceed lah. Jadi dah komplit lah awak punya task ni
Ya.
Dah okey lah. Kira berjaya lah, tak ada cedera ke, lampu pun elok dah menyala kan.
Alhamdulillah.
PPE pun pakai handsome kan, ada helmet, ada spare, post bag, kasut apa semua. Tapi ada sikit lah kan saya nak komen kan.
Itu masalah.
Ada beberapa yang saya dah tanda ni kan. Yang pertamanya masa kawan awak Cik Ibrahim tu dia tengah tukar lampu, awak kenalah pegang tangga kan. Ni awak tengok gambar awet-awet ni apa semua accident ni kan. Kan kawan awak pula accident kan. Okey, boleh improve lah
Boleh.
Yang kedua, cara Encik Ibrahim ni ulur mentol. Bahaya tu. Kena kat muka dia ke mentol tu pecah ke kan.
Tempat macam ni takkan kita nak bising-bising tempat kan.
Awak panggil dia dulu lah, jangan main ulu-ulu tu kan. Okey. Yang ketiga, cara awak posture badan awak dekat tangga ni. Sepatutnya awak tak boleh berdiri side sebelah je. Awak boleh letak kaki awak sini. Jadi awak kerja pun selesa dan selamat. Kedudukan tangga ni pun awak tengok ni. Sebelah dia straight, sebelah lagi tak stable ni. Macam ni bila-bila masa boleh jatuh. Tapi yang paling berbahaya yang saya nampak ni, awak tak tutup pun switch lampu tu. Lampu menyala kan.
Kita kalau nak cepat memang macam tu lah kita buat.
Kita buat selama ni pun tak ada masalah.
Tak ada masalah.
Kebarangkalian ni kalau awak nak kena shot kan, biasa buat kerja pun boleh kena kan. Jadi saya harap masa akan datang awak boleh improve lah benda-benda macam ni kan. Nampak simple tapi boleh buat awak cedera lah kan. Kita kerja pun nak lama kan.
Lepas ni kita cuba perbaiki apa yang kurang dan kita punya maintenance.
Yalah. So lepas ni awak nak pergi cek tempat lain pula lah.
Poin lain kita perlu buat lagi.
Ingat tu yang saya cakap tu Okey lah, terima kasih
The information on the submitted observation forms will be keyed into a database for use in the analysis of at-risk behaviors.
The analysis is based on the number of non-compliance, which will then be ranked accordingly. It also consists of the root cause and possible solutions.
The database program will then report the number of observations done per person, per department, and also the overall observations. After agreeing to the at-risk behaviors, the BS team then gets together to prepare intervention plans. The report will then be reviewed by the BS leader before presenting it to the top management.
All the data are then shared among the staff. Here are some tips on BS approach. Always start with the positive and end with a positive note. Engage the observee to get their input on how to work safely. Discuss constructively. Never criticize. Be a good listener. Do not act aggressively and confrontationally. Do not act like a spy or a police officer. The Melaka Refinery Experience.
After learning how to conduct effective behavior safety observation, the next step will be to apply it in your organization. It has been proven to be a very effective program in Melaka Refinery. I would like to take this opportunity to share with you what we have achieved so far in the refinery. Behavior safety program is one of the key initiatives implemented in 2007 to address the human factor issues which are the main causes of HSE incidents. After implementation of the behavior safety program, I'm glad to say that besides drastic reduction of at-risk behavior, our HSE performance has also improved. For example, by the end of the year, the LTIF and TRCF has shown 100% and 37.5% reduction respectively. I believe we are moving in the right direction in addressing human factor aspect of HSE-MS implementation. I sincerely hope that you can apply what you learn in this training in your own organization to improve HSE performance at your workplace. Finally, I wish all of you every success in behavior safety program implementation in your organization.